welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about a hydroponic system that I built outside with solar energy. And it's two plants that I took from soil that I transferred to hydro. One is a Bahamian Goat and the other one is the Sugar Rush Peach Stripey, which is very popular at the moment. I took a solar system with the battery that I bought on Amazon. I'll show you the link in a second, and a screenshot, and some air stones, a big box from the hardware store, and that's it. A couple of net cups, and that's about it. But I guess it's easier when I show you the video. Sorry, it's all upright. I was filming like that with my phone when I was outside, so that's the only way I have it. These peppers have nothing to do with the video, but I thought they were pretty, so I put them here. All right, let's go. Alright, so I don't have a video of how I'm building this, but there's insulation on the outside and just a box with two hole saw holes in the top. I also filled the sides where the handlebars are. So I fill that with water. I use General Hydroponics nutrient solutions here. It's a 3-part solution. I add Calmac, I adjust the pH, and I use some beneficial bacteria. Put those air tubes on the top, soak the air stones, attach the air stones, and they're dangling there. Put those dangly bits into the solution. All quite easy. Set up the solar system. You can put the battery and the solar panel quite far away from where you have your deep water culture set up. Take that battery. Yes, I'm wearing Crocs, but Justin Bieber does that as well. So you bring that, the pump over there. In my case, the pump has 5 inlets. I only need 4 for 4 air stones. The 5th one, I just tie a knot into it. That has worked for me up to now. Then you try to figure out the system and realize that there are 2 on and off switch, one for the main system and one for the cable. And you speed up the video because it's boring, and boom, there are bubbles. It's very weak at the moment, but it gets stronger afterwards when the battery is properly filled up. Here I remove the soil from the first plant. What I usually do is I don't use the water hose directly. I just do it when it's dry, and I take my time. I shake the roots around, and then I come with the hose and get rid of the rest of the soil. I find this the easiest. I take my time for this, really. I want to get as much as possible of the soil away from there before I put it into hydroponics. Then you get your net cup. The problem with the net cup is that the holes in the bottom are quite small if you don't grow the plant in there from the beginning. So there's something I saw, I think, on Kangstar. You can make holes in the bottom. Here I just use a lighter because it's easy, and also you don't get these sharp edges in the bottom of the net cup that could cut the roots, rupture the roots when you try to put them in there and put them through the bottom hole. So you carefully put those roots through the bottom hole, and then you fill up the rest with hydroton or expanded clay pebbles, whatever you want to call them. Here I'm using a screwdriver. I'm not very gentle with this plant, but it seems to be working. There we go. That's the first one. Filled up the rest of the space with hydroton and put in the hole. I like to use cardboard too with a hole saw, and then you can see exactly if your hole saw is the right size for the net cup. Then here's just the second plant, the Sugar Rush Peach Stripey, with the roots through it. These roots are a bit longer, so it's got a bit of an advantage to the Bahamian Goat. You chuck that in there, fits perfectly, snug, and then you check on the solar power and see if everything works properly. You can see the basil that I have there as well. And here you can see that the tubes are way too long, but I'm adjusting that a little bit later. I think there is definitely more friction when the tubes are too long, but I made them shorter, as you could just see. And 1 month later, here we go. I keep the battery under a bucket now because of rain. I don't think it's good for it to stand in the rain all the time. You can see proper air roots and proper hydroponic white beard roots. I love it. This is just 1 month, and you can see the peppers that have grown in the 1 month. This was mostly in a grow solution. It wasn't even in nitrogen heavy solution, which is, I was surprised to see so many peppers growing on there without there being too much P and K. But now it's growing in a flowering and fruiting kind of hydroponic solution, and it's very happy. Here you see my hydroponic basil that is also solar, with a tiny little solar panel that isn't even with a battery, and the rest of the garden since we're here. Thanks for watching.